My name is Alan Steinfeld, and my program is called New Realities. Each week I go deep into the understanding of how we can start to change the planet, how new ideas can be presented to the world to unfold a greater civilization. I'm Alan Steinfeld, here with Sixto Paz from Peru. He's a ET contactee and one of the few that I know that are having ongoing direct experience. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for your invitations. For me, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
For me, it's very important that people like you come forward as a bridge to these other realities. I also have Veronique here as a translator in case, because his first language is Spanish. So how did it all begin for you? Were you just a normal person?
I'm a normal person. Sorry.
It's okay.
Sí. Me considero una persona normal.
I consider myself a normal person.
Right.
Solamente que el ambiente familiar no era normal.
It's just that his family lifestyle was not normal.
Mi padre investigaba los ovnis como un hobby antes que yo naciera.
His father used to look at extraterrestrial activity even before he was born. He was always investigating and was curious about it.
Él era asesor científico en materia de aeronáutica de la Fuerza Aérea.
And he was an investigator, scientific investigator for the Peruvian Air Force.
Sí, y en sus ratos libres investigaba los ovnis.
So in his free time, he would investigate about extraterrestrials.
En ese ambiente familiar, mis hermanos y yo nacimos y crecimos.
So that's how he was conceived, born, and raised.
It was natural for you then.
Right.
A mí me parecía algo natural, normal,
Yes.
ya que existiera vida fuera de la Tierra.
He felt that it was absolutely normal and natural that there's life outside of planet Earth.
Pero no era que me interesara mucho.
But it's not that he was interested in it.
A la edad de 17 años,
When he was 17,
tuve esas preguntas que todos nos hacemos alguna vez en la vida.
I made myself those questions that everybody asks.
¿Quiénes somos? ¿De dónde venimos? ¿Hacia dónde vamos?
Who are we? Where are we going? Where do we come from?
Yes.
Entonces busqué las respuestas a través de la meditación.
So he found the answers through meditation.
No encontré las respuestas.
He didn't find them. He looked for the answers through meditation.
But he didn't find them in meditation.
Entonces salió una noticia en el periódico que hablaba de sonidos del espacio.
So he read something in the newspaper. There was a news that talked about sounds from space.
Que podían ser mensajes enviados de otros planetas.
That could be messages from beings from another planet.
Entonces mi padre organizó una conferencia para comentar esa noticia.
So his father organized a conference to talk about that news.
Ya, y entre las personas que estaban ahí se habló del proyecto OSMA, la versión antigua del proyecto SETI.
Okay. So among the people who were there, they started talking about the OSMA project, which was the project before
SETI, the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence.
Ya, entonces se hablaba de que podría existir la posibilidad de que seres extraterrestres estuvieran intentando comunicarse con la humanidad.
So they were just saying that there's a possibility that the extraterrestrials are trying to communicate with us.
No solamente llegando con sus naves espaciales.
Not just coming in physically with their ships,
O a través de ondas de radio.
through
Psychic
radio frequencies.
Oh, but also on a
Sino
conscious.
también existía la posibilidad de la comunicación psíquica.
And also psychic connections.
Yeah.
Y eso a mí me interesó.
So now he was hooked.
Ya, porque pensé, de pronto ellos tienen la respuesta a mis preguntas.
He thought maybe they have the answer to my questions.
Yeah.
About
Entonces,
who we
por
are
eso
and-
con mi madre y mi hermana,
So with my mother and my
ya,
sister.
no con mi papá, porque era muy científico,
No with my dad because he was
Too
too
scientific.
scientific.
Yeah.
Yes.
intentamos como jugando a través de la meditación recibir un mensaje.
So then we got together and we started meditating with the intention to communicate with them and get messages from
Y
them.
recibimos un mensaje.
And we did. We received
did.
messages
Sí.
from them.
Y yo al principio no lo creí, pensé que era mi imaginación.
At the very first, I didn't believe it. I thought it was just my imagination running wild.
En mi mente me venía la imagen de unos ojos marcadamente oblicuos que me miraban.
In my mind, I would see an image of
Asian eyes.
Asian lights
Sí.
Yeah.
staring at me.
Sí.
Ah.
Ya, entonces el primer mensaje decía que era un ser llamado Oxal que decía querer comunicarse con nosotros.
So the first message was from a being called Oxal who said he wanted to communicate with them.
Entonces le pedimos una prueba
So we asked him for a test.
y nos dijeron que fuéramos al desierto al sur de Lima.
So they asked us to go to the desert in the south of Lima, Peru.
Entonces avisamos a los amigos y fuimos todos juntos.
So we told our friends and we all went together.
Wait, let me just ask you. You're getting messages telepathically. So you have to, they're just coming to you. It's psychic, and then you're writing it down like automatic writing?
Uno está totalmente consciente,
He was completely awake and aware and conscious,
solamente que meditando.
just meditating.
Y tú escuchas como que te están hablando en tu mente, en tu oído.
So you hear it as if they were talking to you in your ear.
Y sientes la ansiedad compulsiva de poner por escrito lo que estás captando en la
And
mente.
you have the compulsive urge to just write down
I get it.
everything that you
Okay.
hear.
Pero estás consciente, esto no es un trance, esto no es espiritismo.
But you're very awake. This is not a
Right.
trance. This is not channeling or
It's not channeling.
mediumship.
This is what they call antenna, being an
Sí,
antenna.
psychographic writing, that is conscience.
Okay, I get it. So then you got a message and you went with all your friends.
Le pasamos la voz a los amigos,
So
¿ya?
we told all our friends
Porque estábamos convencidos que no iba a ocurrir nada,
because we were sure nothing was going to happen.
porque no podía ser tan fácil.
It couldn't be that easy.
¿Ya? Entonces fuimos al desierto,
So we went to the desert
ya un día antes,
a day before,
ya para no confundirnos con cualquier fenómeno aéreo,
so we wouldn't get confused with any other
aerial phenomenon.
right, like so they wouldn't get confused with some planes or any
so you
other
went
stuff.
the day
So
before
they went the day
they
before
told you
to
were going to
stu-
show up.
Right,
Sí.
right, to
I
see
get it.
what the
Entonces,
sky was like.
Llega el día de la cita, la hora indicada,
So when the day came at the right, they apparently they told him a time.
Yes.
ya
So the time came.
el ambiente era muy relajado,
So we were all very relaxed.
sí, o sea, no estábamos meditando, todo eran bromas,
We were
chistes.
not meditating. They were like just playing and
Right,
just
hanging out,
hanging
yes.
out,
Sí,
hanging
o
out
sea,
like
no
friends.
creíamos que esto pudiera darse.
They had no idea. They didn't believe that it was
Okay.
going to
Y
happen.
detrás de los cerros se iluminó la noche como si fuera de día.
And behind the hills, the night became day. It was
The
very
day
bright
became
light.
night, the night became day.
Sí, y salió una luz que
So
se
there was
desplazó
a-
sobre las crestas de las montañas.
They see a light started traveling through the mountains.
Se detuvo allí en los cerros,
It stopped right there in the top of the mountain,
ya, y descendió encima de nosotros a una altura de unos 80 metros.
and it came down on top of us to about 80 meters above us.
Era un objeto en forma de disco,
It was a round
round shape,
object.
sí,
Right.
y giraba sobre sí mismo con luces multicolores
It was going around, going around with many lights of many
Right.
colors.
y proyectó una luz como de mediodía encima nuestro.
And it projected a light like the noon, the light that we see it,
Y sentimos pánico, terror,
and we were terrified.
You were terrified too?
todos.
Sí, everybody.
Totally.
Ya, entonces mis compañeros me decían, dile que se vaya, tú eres el que te comunicas con
So his
ellos.
friends were telling him, tell them to go, you're the one who's in touch with them.
Right.
Y yo decía, pero yo no sé cómo funciona esto.
I don't know how this works.
Ya. Y todos en ese momento captamos que nos decían que no bajaban porque no estábamos preparados.
So we all understood at this moment that they were telling us that they wouldn't be coming down because we weren't ready.
Oh.
Que habría una preparación, un tiempo y un lugar.
There'll be a preparation, there'll be a time and a date.
El objeto se
And a
elevó
place.
y se fue a gran velocidad.
So the
So they took
object,
off.
they took off. Yes.
Ya,
Yes.
entonces regresamos a la casa y le contamos a mi papá, que era el científico.
So we ran back to the house and told my dad, who's the scientific.
Y él no nos creyó.
So he didn't believe us.
Ya pensó que nos estábamos burlando sus
He
investigaciones.
thought we were making fun of his investigations.
Right.
We were
Entonces-
mocking his work.
En esos días intentamos nuevamente recibir comunicación
In those days, the days to come, we tried again to get more,
y pedirles a estos seres que le dieran una prueba a mi padre.
and we asked those beings to please,
Come back.
to give his father proof, to show themselves to his father, because he didn't believe them.
Sí, estos seres aceptaron, pero solamente para que fuera mi papá.
So they accepted it. They said they will do it, but just your father, just
Yeah.
his father.
Ninguna persona
Nobody
fuera de
else.
nosotros y él.
Just him, the friends that were there that day, that night, and the father. Nobody else.
Pero mi padre, después de que le insistimos mucho, aceptó ir.
So after we begged my dad to come with us, he agreed to come to the desert.
Solamente que invitó a todos sus amigos
But he invited all of his friends,
Okay.
y a gente de la Fuerza Aérea,
people from the
Air Force,
Air
yes.
Force, right?
porque ellos estaban convencidos que no iban a ver nada.
Because they were absolutely convinced that they would not see anything. It was-
Entonces llevaron telescopios, largavistas para hacer una sesión de astronomía al aire libre.
You got that? They brought
Astronomy,
yes,
telescopes and
telescopes,
everything.
everything to
Right,
do.
right,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
right.
Sí, y era para no perder el tiempo, porque estaban convencidos que no iban a ver nada.
Oh, they did all this because they didn't want to waste their time. So while they were waiting for these ETs,
okay.
they could do other work.
Y detrás de los cerros apareció un objeto en forma de cilindro.
As they were there behind the mountains, an object came forth looking like a circular
Cylinder.
cylinder. Thank
Sí,
you.
como de unos 150 metros de largo.
150 meters long.
¿Ya? Y entonces mi padre y toda la gente de la Fuerza Aérea se quedaron maravillados, sorprendidos por esto.
So everybody, his father and all his work colleagues were shocked.
El objeto estaba inclinado y se enderezó.
The object was tilted at first and then it became straight.
¿Ya? Y comenzó a pasar como a velocidad dirigible, lentamente por encima de todos nosotros.
And it started going como a velocidad rápida o lento?
Muy despacio,
Muy
como un dirigible, como estos globos.
It started going around them very slowly.
Sí. En ese momento mi padre después nos confesó, ¿no? De que él decía, no puede ser posible, ¿no? Tantos años investigando esto y al final vienen a tener contacto con mis hijos y no conmigo.
His father could not believe it. He said so many years, a whole lifetime dedicated to investigating this phenomenon, and then they go and just have contact with his son.
¿Ya? Y no con él, ¿no? Porque
And not with him.
qué injusto.
How unfair it was.
But they were making contact then, at that moment.
Pero por lo menos, sí, ahí lo
Él
vieron.
fue testigo de eso.
Él fue,
sí.
claro.
Por
hicieron
eso,
contacto.
por eso mi padre fue el que informó a la agencia F de Noticias de España de la realidad de estos contactos.
That's why it was his father who let the press know in Spain about this occurrence.
Y vinieron los periodistas de España, nos acompañaron al desierto y vieron aparecer.
So that's when the journalists from Spain came and saw them. They went with them to the desert and saw.
El periodista que nos acompañó, que se llama J.J. Benítez, o sea, Juan José Benítez.
So one of the journalists, Juan José Benítez from Spain.
Ya en ese tiempo era un corresponsal más de prensa cualquiera.
He was a nobody. He was like a little, cameraman.
Ahora es uno de los más
Today,
importantes investigadores del fenómeno ovni de habla hispana.
He's the biggest. He's one of the most prestigious investigator in the Spanish.
Ya tiene más de 50 libros publicados.
He has more than 50 books published.
Ya y es escritor estrella de Editorial Planeta.
Oh, I know editor. So he's a
So
big shot.
how long
because
ago was that first experience for you and your
¿Cuándo
father?
fue esa
When was
experiencia?
that?
O sea, la primera experiencia fue el 22 de enero del año 74.
22nd of January,
The
1974.
first experience.
22nd of January is my birthday.
Really?
Yes.
Sí.
22 de enero.
Ya, y después el 7,
No coincidence.
7 de febrero del año 74 fue el primer avistamiento.
February 7th of 74,
Sí.
it was when they saw the
spaceship.
They saw the spaceship and
Sí.
confirmed the
Ya,
message.
y mi padre estuvo una semana después con nosotros.
And his father joined them a week later.
Ahora, pasaron 6 meses
6 months went by
cuando la nave aparece en el desierto,
when the ship appeared in the desert,
proyecta un haz de luz delante de nosotros,
projects light in front of us,
forma un domo luminoso,
creates a dome,
sí,
a
sí,
light dome with
like a
light.
half moon,
Right.
sí, y vimos salir del interior a un ser de forma humana,
And then we saw a being who looked pretty much human
con el brazo levantado,
come out with a hand up,
invitándonos a acercarnos,
inviting us to
They were
come.
human, dressed in what kind of clothes?
¿Cómo
en
estaban
un traje
vestidos?
brillante,
Bright, a
suit.
bright suit.
Bright suit, tight-fitting suit.
Sí,
But they were human-looking.
sí.
Dice que
Not
como-
not with the eyes.
No, like Chinese or Mongolian.
Like big eyes. Big,
No,
just-
normal.
just
normal.
Asian-looking
normal,
eyes.
Yes.
Asian looking, and
Okay.
bright clothes.
And bright
Sí,
clothes.
Sí. Él lo que nos dice es que son ellos, o sea, que somos nosotros los que nos parecemos a ellos.
He said to him that we look like them. It's not like
The
they
aliens
look like
said
us.
to them.
sí,
We
porque
copy them.
según ellos, nosotros somos una siembra de vida extraterrestre.
Right, we are, but which we already know.